Welcome back to Sex and the Simmer, the only internet cooking show that combines the savory and the salacious. We here at Sex and the Simmer think that food and sex make a great television pairing. If it weren't true, why would there be so many food euphemisms for sex organs? Muffin. Egg basket. What you got there? Cranberries? In today's episode, we're going to be making a 3-bean salad, which is both refreshing and a bit spicy. Typically, your bean salads only have about 2 beans in them, but this time, with consent of your other beans, we're going to add a 3rd bean, and we're going to get to more on that later about how that sort of blends in with the whole mix of things. The first step to our 3-bean salad is beans. So let's talk about beans here for a second. We have just your garden variety. Your garden variety, you know, green waxy beans. I'm just gonna chop off the ends. We're just gonna briefly circumcise the bean. It's good to have a variety of beans on the side because even if you're, you know, partial to one kind of bean, sometimes a flirtier, sexier bean comes along. And we're just gonna cut them in half. That way they cook faster and evenly and are good. Next step with the old beans here, we're gonna blanch them, cook them partially in some hot salted water. Ooh. Blanch it. Blanch it. You only need to blanch them for about 5 minutes or so, just until they turn a really bright green, then take them out. Waxy greeny beanies here. Dump them into a colander here in the sink. We have some green onions, some scallion. Pretty good, pretty spicy, fragrant onion type. Some cilantro action here. And I'm gonna put it here. Ooh, chop it. Juicy, juicy lemon. Oh. Let's take the top off. Take the roasted red pepper here. Ooh, it's got a little detritus on it. I'm gonna fire your pan back up because now it's time to start making the salad happen. We're gonna add the onions first because they take the longest to cook, and then we can just sort of add flavor on top of that. So we're gonna take the beans that we've blanched. Ooh, beanie good times. I'm just gonna throw that in there. For our first guest of the evening, which is the chickpea. And then we have our final guest of the evening, which is the white kidney bean. So let's have it join the party. Salt it a little bit more. Grind it. Juice it.
You know, if you have a garbage disposal, you could also put that down and grind it up, and it would create a nice aroma in your kitchen.
It also makes a great aroma in your kitchen. Steak. We're gonna let it sit here and absorb flavor for a few minutes. I think we all know where this meal is taking us, so why don't we get right in there and dive into 3-way etiquette. Just like you should be aware of which is the shrimp fork and which is the salad plate, there's things that you should be cognizant of when bringing a 3rd bean into a 2-bean situation. One thing to be aware of when combining of beans is to establish rules. 1 bean at a time.
We sell this stuff.
1 bean per month. No exchanging of phone numbers with said bean. So after your rules have been established with your beans, then it's time to get into salad mode. We have in front of me 3 beans that we've cooked with today, and we're gonna demonstrate how to make sure everyone feels included in a 3-bean salad. You know, there's a variety of different combinations. You can be like, you know, that. So basically the thing to remember is just make sure that your beans at all times are in contact with your other beans, because that way no bean feels left out. So just remember to talk to your bean if you're gonna be in a situation when you're noodling around with other beans. That's the takeaway here. So let's head back to our old salad. I think the flavors have congealed enough that I can eat it. This is a 3-bean pile of ecstasy. We're gonna interrupt someone's nap time, but thank you for tuning in to this episode of Sex in the Simmer. And remember, if you're going to find yourself in a several bean scenario, make sure that you're talking to your primary beans. Have a good night.
Hi.
3 bean situation.